Hi, Broken Arrow. I'm City Manager Michael Spurgeon. Thanks for joining me for another episode of Broken Arrow in Motion. You know, summer's here, and I'm glad that it's arrived. I've hoped that you and your family are having a fantastic time together and getting out and enjoying a little vitamin D and all the sunshine we have here in this great state of Oklahoma. You know, nothing says summer like swimming in the pool or taking your little ones to the splash pads. I'm happy to report that the city's Family Aquatic Center, Ninas Aquatic Center, the interactive water feature at the farmers market, and our splash pads are now open throughout the city. Typically, we open our water amenities over Memorial Day weekend, but with the spread of the COVID this year, as a result, we had to delay those openings. When you do go to one of our facilities, we're asking that everyone practice good social distancing measures and be sure to use plenty of sunscreen. Now, let's discuss several projects that are going on throughout our city. Great news, the contract for the Hillside Drive retaining wall replacement project was awarded by the City Council on June 16th. The wall was damaged due to the flooding and torrential rains of May 2019. We have requested FEMA reimburse us for a portion of the repairs. We are still waiting to learn if FEMA is going to approve our request. We anticipate executing the construction contracts and beginning work as soon as possible in July. Barring any delays due to the weather or unforeseen events, we anticipate that construction should be completed on the wall sometime in January 2020. Once the wall work is complete, crews from the Street and Stormwater Department will reconstruct the damaged roadway and reopen Hillside Drive as soon as possible. We cannot wait for this important road within our community to be reopened. Now, let's talk about Fire Station number 3. The project is currently underway. Our contractor is approximately 75% complete with the site dirt work and utilities. The underground utilities are finished, the foundations are installed, and the slab is on grade. Over the next 3 weeks, the remaining site grading work should be completed and the building walls will start to go vertical. We are super excited to have this project going forward. Staying in that area of our city, the County Line Trunk Sewer Line project is also on track, though it has experienced some delays as a result of the spring rain events. The contractor has installed a 60-inch in diameter sewer line pipe from the Lynn Lane Water Reclamation Facility to 200 feet north of 131st Street. They have currently shifted to the 54-inch in diameter pipe, which will go to 121st Street in the next 30 days. Then, a 48-inch diameter pipe is 90% complete north of the Creek Turnpike on County Line. This pipe ties in at the Creek Turnpike north of 111th Street. The contractor is also installing a bore on 115th Street, and the project should be completed in the fourth quarter of this year. Next up, here's an update on the Florence Street Road Widening project from Aspen to Olive Streets. Work is also rolling along on this project. The contractor is currently installing the storm sewer system, relocating the water line, and installing underground communication vaults between Olive Street and the mid-mile section west of Aspen Creek Elementary School. The storm system installation, including a 4-cell box culvert across the roadway, will continue over the next 30 days. Then, curb, gutter, and roadway widening will start in the coming weeks. The street will remain closed until August, but will reopen in time for the start of school. Speaking of our public schools, there is a lot of interest in the new Rosewood Elementary at 4300 East Gary Street near our events complex. According to the Broken Arrow Public School District, it will be ready to be opened in the next couple of months. Rosewood will serve grades K through 5 and will have a capacity of 667 students. Here's some great news about the new school. The facility will include a FEMA safe room for the occupants of the building and features a water collection cistern, solar panels, and a wind turbine. The building is also designed with solid tubes in the various spaces that provide natural light, which studies have shown benefit learning and save money on energy consumption. The school district will be applying for the city's Living Green program and is hoping to be the first school to receive this certification. Way to go, BA Public Schools, you all rock. Now let's stay on road projects. The Washington Road Widening project is making progress. Contractors are installing storm sewer systems improvements between Garnett Road and Olive Street in front of Jackson Park. Installation of the roadway subgrade in the aggregate base on the south side of the street is 80% complete and will continue for the next 30 days. The curb and gutter work will start in the coming weeks with asphalt on the south scheduled to be completed in mid-July. The project should be completed, weather permitting, in the fourth quarter of 2020. Now let me mention a request that we received from the public regarding the installation of a traffic signal at the intersection of Washington Street and County Line Road. The city received a request for the installation of a new traffic signal at this intersection. As a result, I requested that the city's traffic committee review the request and determine if it met the current warrants required to justify the installation of a traffic signal. Unfortunately, the road did not qualify at this time to have a signal installed. However, the 2018 GOB bond package includes funding for widening Washington Street from 9th Street to 23rd Street. As a result of this project, the city will include a new light as a part of the project. Earlier this month, the City Council approved the schematic design for the Center for the Arts, Innovation and Creativity at their meeting on June 16th. ABB Bank is in the process of demolishing its former building on Main Street, where the new facility will be located. Once the demolition is complete, we will work with ABB Bank on the donation of the land to the city for the project. Currently, our contractor is in the process of preparing to do the preliminary site work later this summer. We will keep you posted as progress moves forward. Also this month, our engineering and construction department had advertised for bids for the Armed Forces Meeting Hall. We will receive all of the bids by June 30th. I know our veterans are excited about what this facility means to them and their ability to connect with each other and get the services they need in just one place. On a related note, the City Council has tabled the agreement with Mission 22 and the Creek Nation for a permanent installation near the Armed Forces Meeting Hall. This is due to a pause in fundraising by the nonprofit organization. Mission 22 committed to paying a significant portion of its project, and they have asked for the project to be postponed. Their donations are down due to canceled fundraisers across the country because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Hopefully, as things get back to normal, the project will be back on track sometime very soon. In the meantime, however, the city will move forward with the completion of the plans and specifications for the project. We are confident that we will be able to break ground sometime by the spring of 2021. Next up, I'd like to cover quickly the FY 2021 fiscal year budget, which I presented to the City Council on June 2nd and was approved by the governing body on June 16. The municipal budget serves as a blueprint for providing city services to the community and consists of expenses for personnel, operating, and capital improvements. Our budget must match available resources and community needs, as well as outlines the work plan and priorities for the organization in the coming year. Considering the anticipated impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, we took a very conservative approach to preparing the spending plan for this year. For more detailed information on the city's budget for the upcoming year, please go to BrokenArrowOK.gov/finance, and you can view a detailed budget presentation that I made to the City Council. Now I want to turn your attention to a new recycling outreach and education plan launched this month. We're beginning a phased plan with the revamped website at recycleba.com. This last month, we have been producing and distributing information content about the upcoming rollout program for recycling and the transition to carts for the collection of trash. In the early weeks of July, Broken Arrow residents will receive a mailer with size options for their trash carts and the opportunity to opt in or opt out of curbside recycling. In a pilot program facilitated by the city last year, 88% of participants surveyed stated that recycling was important in their community. More than 70% of the participants agreed that curbside recycling helped them recycle more than they had in the past when they had to take the time to drop off recyclables at a separate location. City staff will be available to answer questions and concerns about the curbside cart program throughout the summer while actively working to educate residents on appropriate waste sorting practices. Resources will be available at recycleba.com as well as through the city's social media pages. Next, folks, I want to ask you to please complete your 2020 census. It's really easy. You will answer a simple questionnaire about yourself and everyone living with you on April 1st, 2020. Let me make a quick point here about the census. Here is what the 2020 Census Bureau will never ask you for: your Social Security number, money or donations, anything on behalf of a political party, your bank or credit card account numbers. Additionally, there is no citizenship question on the 2020 census. If someone claiming to be from the Census Bureau contacts you via email or phone and asks you for one of these things, it's a scam and you should not cooperate them, and we suggest that you contact the Broken Arrow Police Department and let them know. Also, with the census, your personal information is kept confidential. The Census Bureau is bound by federal law to protect your information, and your data is used only for statistical purposes. Your responses are compiled with information from other homes to produce statistics that will never identify your home or any person in your home. Our response rate has been high so far, so let's keep it rolling, BA. And finally, I want to welcome Scott Carr to the City of Broken Arrow as our new Information Technology Director. Scott brings to our organization more than 25 years of information technology management experience, where he focused on building world-class technology teams in both the private and nonprofit sectors. We're definitely glad to have Scott on the leadership team. That's it for this edition of Broken Arrow in Motion. Thanks for taking the time to discover more about what's going on with the projects and the initiative in our great city. Once again, everything we do is our attempt to make Broken Arrow a better place to live, work, and play. Until next month, take care, make sure you got your sunscreen, and I look forward to seeing you around town.